Hey, so I'm doing a little spontaneous video in support of the Cyclist Pod because you guys are doing an insane ride from Brighton to Birmingham, or at least you're going to ride until you empty the tank, which basically means ride till you drop. So I feel it is my professional responsibility to offer up something that may help you in your mission, not to, well, basically to improve your longevity, hopefully, and also when you get to the end of your ride so that your body doesn't completely seize up at the end of it. So I'm going to do a few stretches that might be beneficial to you in between when you're doing a little food and loo break or meal break. Or at the end of your ride. Okay, so here goes. Right, when you're cycling, you're going to be working a lot around legs, calves, hips, quads, glutes, lower back, and you're going to be sort of caving in the chest quite a bit. So a stretch that would be really, really good at first, and it does involve lying down so you can rest a little bit, is a little glute stretch. So you can literally lie on your back like this, and as if you're kind of reading the paper, you know. So you take one leg over your thigh, flex that foot, and reach your hands, one to the outside and one through the middle. And if you can, reach around your shin. If you can't, then you can just reach underneath your thigh like this. And you can rest your head back and take a breath in. And a breath out, and you'll be stretching the opposite side. So this side glute is stretching at the moment. All right, a few breaths here. And when you're done, release and do the other side. So you're going to take your foot over the quad, you're going to reach the hand through the middle and the outside, and just release your head back. And again, if you can't quite get to the shin, it's no worries to do the back of your quad like that. And that will give you a nice glute stretch. A few breaths here, nice, smooth breathing like that, okay? So that's one really nice stretch. All right, and what I'd love to do with you next, I've got a little list of things that I'd like to do. So literally a cross-legged forward fold, but you're going to bring your legs, instead of cross-legged, into what we call in yoga Baddha Konasana. So this is bringing your feet, soles of the feet together, and it's going to stretch out your hip flexors a little bit and your inner thighs. So you can interlace your hands around your feet if you can reach, or you can just hold your ankles if you can't, no worries. And you're going to try and lengthen the front side of your body, breathing in and breathing out, and you slowly lower down, really nice and slow. Optimum is slow. And you're going to bring the forearms towards the ground. And you're going to inhale, lengthen the front of the body, draw the shoulder blades together behind you, and exhale and drop down. And that's getting a really nice stretch on the inside of my hip flexors and my adductors, the inner thighs. All right, so a few breaths here, nice smooth breaths. And gently coming up. All right, and so now the bad boys, the hammies. All right, so hammies, you can stretch them in a forward fold, but if you have a low blood pressure or you're feeling a little bit lightheaded, it's not going to be helpful to get your head below your heart. So we're going to do it in what we call Paschimottanasana, which is forward fold, or east facing pose is actually what it translates to. But anyway, so the idea is that you're doing your yoga to the sun. So you want to extend the backs of your legs, and you really want to flex your feet a lot. And then you want to lengthen the front side of the body. Inhale, bring the heart up towards the sky, reach your hands up above your head. And exhale and reach your heart towards your feet. So you're not curling like this, you're reaching and keeping the front of the body long as you flex. So you might not reach your feet, you might hold onto your calves or your ankles, that's absolutely fine. If you can reach your feet, then press the big toes, because that gives the IT band a nice little stretch and keeps that in alignment. So you're pressing the soles of the feet flat, by pressing on the big toe joint. Inhale, lengthen your front side of your body. Activate your bandhas, so you're drawing your navel in towards your spine and you're keeping your pelvic floor activated. And then you exhale and slowly come into a forward fold. So keep breathing here, keep lengthening on inhale and exhaling. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, drawing the chest down. And then slowly walk your hands back up. You want to do 3 to 5 long breaths in each pose. So obviously, having completely nailed your legs all day today, you're going to be needing a quad stretch. So this one is standing up, so I'm going to see if I can get away with not beheading myself. Oh, now I'm going to totally behead myself. Okay, so this one is a quad stretch, so you can see my legs here. And you want to reach behind. You maybe want to steady yourself. You want to tuck your tailbone under. Tuck your tailbone under. You want to draw your belly in, and you want to squeeze your knees together. And then you're squeezing your heel towards your bum, and you're pushing your hips forwards just a touch. So you get that extra stretch in your hip flexor. All right, so this one's really well framed and shot, but you get the idea. It's got the perfect part of my body that's filming. And you're breathing again, nice smooth breaths. So that's what helps elongate the muscle and stops it going into a state of spasm. So when you're doing these poses, you want to be doing it for a minimum 3 to 5 breaths, because that allows the muscle to relax. When you're warming up, and if you're doing this in between cycles, then you don't want to hold it more than 2 breaths. So you want to kind of do dynamic stretching, which is what they call it when you're doing it for a shorter period of time. And that means the muscle doesn't stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, i.e. the muscle doesn't go into deep relaxation. It just allows a bit of increased range of movement for you and alleviates some of the stress and tension. When you do want to relax, then you want to be breathing smooth, deep, slow breaths for a longer period of time. So the more you can breathe deep and slow, the better your relaxation and the less likely your muscles are to cramp afterwards and ache. So giving them a good stretch is going to help you tomorrow, okay? All right, so you're going into that other stretch, that other quad stretch on the other side. And you're bringing your knees together and tucking the tailbone under. And squeezing the heel towards the bum, and gently release. Obviously that's amazingly well shot again. Then you want to be stretching your calf muscles a lot. So a really good one for this, and as long as you move slowly, it's going to be fine, whatever your blood pressure. So you're spreading your fingers out, you bring your hands underneath your shoulders, you bring your knees underneath your hips, you curl your toes under, and you breathe in to prepare. And as you breathe out, you feel like you're extending your tailbone up towards the sky, like somebody is pulling your tailbone up towards the sky. And then you gradually get to lengthening your legs and dropping your heels down. And with your heels stashed away in those cleat shoes all day long, you really want to be rolling forwards onto the toes, pressing back onto the heels, and waking up all the toe joints in your body. So really stretching out, taking time to think about each of the toe joints and your metatarsals, and really stretching them all out. All right, now you're going to bend your knees on your inhale to bring your thighs towards your belly. As you breathe out, you're going to lengthen your spine and tip your tailbone up towards the sky. As you breathe in, lengthen the back of the legs. And as you breathe out, drop the heels down to the ground. And again, inhale, thighs towards the belly. Exhale, tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen the back of the legs. Exhale, drop the heels to the ground. Then you want to drop the head down. Let the shoulder blades drop down the back.
Maybe you're here and you're in agonising pain. So hopefully you can minimise any pain by just slowly keeping moving so that the muscles don't seize up. Alright, inhale, bend the knees to the belly. Exhale, lengthen the spine, tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen the back of the legs. Exhale, drop the heels down to the ground, and then just nod the head and shake the head. Yes, yes, yes. No, 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 no. Alright, now we're going to open up your chest. Okay, so you want to stretch the shoulder blades. They've been hunched all day long. So we're going to thread the needle first. So inhale your right hand to the sky, and then exhale, thread the needle, drop your face down to the ground by your hand, and you feel a little stretch behind your shoulder blades. If you don't, then you can slowly draw your shoulder back. You're not dragging your shoulder along the ground, but what you are doing is feeling a little stretch between your shoulder blades, so that's your traps. All right. Pressing into the ground, stretching up. Unpeel and exhale down. Same again the other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, thread the needle. Place your face by your hand and breathe. 3 breaths. Okay, so from here, you want to be opening up the chest. So a good one is what we call Anahatasana, which is heart opening pose. So this one is going to open up your shoulders this way. So tabletop position, same again, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and then you're going to walk your hands whilst keeping your hips in the same position. You do not want your hips coming in front of your knees. If anything, if in doubt, then have your hips a little touch too far back, but ideally you want that line. I can't even see because the phone is in my shoe right now. So hopefully that's the right position. So then you're going to walk your hands forwards, and then you're going to drop the chest down towards the ground. And if you can, you'll rest your chin down on the ground with a soft gaze on your hands. You want your shoulders relaxed, forearms relaxed. If that's too much for your neck, then rest your forehead down. All right, so breathe here and do some sighs. So 4 sighs like this. Like that. And see if you can avoid pushing the air out. Just sigh like, oh, fireworks. Oh. Okay. Oh. Sunset. Oh. Like that. Or nice hot shower. Oh. Like that. Okay. And then without lifting your chest, you're going to walk your fingers back and sit on your heels and rest your arms by your sides. Take a few deep breaths and slowly come up. So the trick is slow. Move slow. And now we're going to do a chest stretch. So you want to inhale, stretch your hands all the way up. You can do this standing up. Hey, Jess. Jess, sit. 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 Good girl. Lie down. Good girl. Stay. Stay. Okay, great. So then you're going to inhale, stretch all the way up. And exhale like you're sliding your hands between 2 panes of glass. You're going to bring your fingertips back and elbows back as you bring them down. And then you're going to do that a few more times. I'm going to sit a bit lower just to see if you can see. Inhale, stretch all the way up. And exhale, slide arms between 2 panes of glass. And you should feel the stretch coming down here, all the way down here, into your pec major and minor, and in your arms. And then you're going to interlace your fingers and push the ground away so that your elbows become straight and you're squeezing the palms together. And you want to inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, forward fold. So with this one, you're bringing your knuckles up towards the sky, and you feel a chest stretch in your chest. And then you're slowly going to come up and gently release. So you've done inner thighs, you've done hip flexors, You've done quads, you've done calves, you've done chest. So, and you've done glutes as well. So that gives you a nice rounded vibe. And to finish, yeah, there's loads. So just to finish this little sequence, just sitting however you feel comfortable. You can sit in a chair if you like. Place one hand over your belly and one hand over your heart. Close your eyes. And as you breathe, you want to breathe into your belly, ribs, and then chest. And then chest, ribs, and belly. Sit. Good girl. Lie down. Good girl. Stay. Good girl. Belly. All right, so then you want to fill up first your chest, belly, then your ribs, then your chest, and then deflate your chest, then your ribs, and then your belly. And then just fill that up as if a wave is travelling up your body and back out to sea. Okay, so. You feel a little more stretched out and a little more chilled at the end of your mammoth day. Namaste, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week for a little bit of a stretch on the Cyclist Pod. Well done, guys. Massive respect.